I'm still in a trade. I'm in NCLH short. However, I actually took it this morning. So,
Okay.
I mean, NCLH long. I should say I'm long. I'm just about to get stopped out because it's been moving down on me, but because I added earlier, and the ad is now
Tiffany
was my
continued to
break-even.
bounce here now, $119.
Are you in NCLH, Peter?
Yes.
I found NCLH to be quite difficult to trade. Sometimes it gives a good move and then it just ranges all day long.
Hasn't been so bad for me today, but I got in. I got lucky. I got in just at the right spot, right at the bottom of the day there. So at the low of the day, sorry. So 1710.
Nice, 17-ish.
1710 was my original entry. So
That's nice.
As I said, I added a little bit after the big pullback. I was hoping it would go back up above VWAP, which it hasn't. So if it goes below the previous close here at 1729, I'm going to give it to about 1725, and then I'm out. So TIFF, yes, TIFF back. It's not open again. No, it is back open.
Oh, did
Is it right? Oh, I see it bounce back up here. See, that's the that big overreaction that I was overreaction trade for a long. Geez, it dipped down to about 111, eh?
Wow. Trading those off the news can be difficult sometimes.
You got to catch it. You really got to catch it right at the right when it happens. If you know, and that's your most reliable first trade. once you're down in this area, I mean, I can't tell whether at this point whether it's going to go higher or lower. I think it's going to break lower, but I wouldn't put any money on it.
Yeah, because when it first hit Benzinga, it was bouncing right around 120, that third candle there.
127.
On the 1 minute, that big one after the big sell-off, 123, 124-ish. I was looking at it, I was like, and now you look at it and it's 113.
No, it's
115.
Yeah. Keeping an eye on Microsoft here, but man, it is jumpy this afternoon. I don't like the look of it at all. At all.
SQ moved. Were you watching SQ at all, Brian? I know you like trading SQ. It did a couple good moves this morning.
Up yesterday, and it's just been a monster today as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just and I noticed yesterday SQ was up and PayPal was down. Today they're both up, but SQ, the clear winner, is up 6.3%. PayPal's up 1% and a bit here right now. The SPY is literally sitting on the VWAP right now. It is 9 moving average is trending down along with the 20. So let's see if we hold up here.
Oh.
My thinking is Tiffany's probably going to drop here some more, but it's encouraging. Hold on to this 116 level.
Zoom reports at 420. That might be an
Okay.
interesting one to watch.
That will be very interesting. There's I think option traders are
GNC
pricing
popping
in
to the
about
high,
I think it's something like a
84 cents on
is it a
GNC.
20%, 10% move one way or another?
Yeah. I, it's a nice sunny day here in California. How about for you all? Is it
It's very rainy
sunny,
here.
cold,
I was
rainy?
going to say it's probably snowing in where Peter is.
Not snowing, but it's definitely rainy.
No, it's a rainy West Coast day here. Had a nice day yesterday, so we're paying for it today.
Wisconsin. Yeah, 90 in Wisconsin. That's yeah, I can do without those days. Um, Jared, are you trading TIFF? I recall Jared saying, "Oh, you missed skin filled twice." Okay. Because I thought I heard you saying that you weren't
GNC
looking at it
shares
because it didn't
continue to pop
have
here. Unconfirmed
any
rumors
liquidity in the
circulating
options, or are you
that
just
they
day
are,
trading it?
getting a loan to stave off bankruptcy. That's Gulf November Charlie now at 87 cents.
Tightened up option. Nice.
So what's the
Where are we? Market's right about where it opened up at.
is there? Yeah, I guess.
Yep. So
Well, SPY is up a third of a percent. Looks like it wants to maybe pop up here. Buying brigade is coming in.
the printers are turning on. Ooh. Did anybody have CLDR on their watch list today?
I don't remember looking at it. All right.
I had it on. Why did I have that? Oh, because I had 5 R-Vol in the morning. Yep, nothing makes sense, Chris. Everything's all over the place. And fit for
Well, I'm liking this. BCRX. I took some long here. So probably it's going to be a swing trade. So liking the way it's going out here.
I've been messing with scanners all day today.
And
Trying
Good.
I've actually had some pretty good success. I'm trying to get a scanner that will identify a stock when it pulls back from the high and then
Okay.
starts to head back up.
Okay.
So it pulled SQ. That's what got SQ on my radar. It pulled it at 6:37 this morning, right as it broke the high of day, kind of for the first time after that.
So
I
you're
caught
trying
him.
you're trying to create a fallen angel candle. Is that it?
Yeah,
Or a scanner? I
basically.
should say.
So to kind of work off with off a Hiltzy's strategy, where he looks for the high of the day, he identifies it, and then comes down. Pulled up a couple. QCOM pulled a nice one on QCOM. QCOM ran a ways this morning too.
Got
For
stuff out of
itself.
NCLH.
Tesla's been weak the last hour or so, 2 hours.
No predictions, Jeremy. Just react to the price action.
So Zoom
50-50 shot.
Zoom is selling off here a little bit.
50-50 shot with earnings.
Yeah. Roll the dice. Step up to the table.
Yep, there goes Zoom.
Yeah, it's really
Lost
losing it. Yeah.
Lost the pre-market low, and it's just
What's into it's coming. This 204 level is previous day close. I think people are getting a little bit, maybe getting nervous about holding it through this earnings. I wouldn't want to hold it. I have no idea how this is going to pan out. Could be up 10%. It could be down 20. It's just a crapshoot.
It will be very interesting to see the two that we're watching for earnings, obviously, with that are reporting after the close that we're watching closely. Zoom and CrowdStrike, that are the big two that I want to see, and I don't know. I just don't know what to expect.
Well, Zoom is going to have lost a pot full of money. That's a given. Just watching PAAS. I am. This is again. We're finally getting
CBIA.
a bit of pullback on silver. And
Charlie Victor India Alpha.
Just
low price stock getting a pop here
maybe
on
give
volume.
it a
That's
day
CBIA.
or two, maybe another day.
Charlie Victor India Alpha.
Take a position again.
come on.
CHWY Chewy making more new highs now. 49.21 up 9%. CHWY Charlie Whiskey Yankee Hotel.
Square is just staying strong.
Charlie Hotel.
It's amazing.
Sorry for correction that. Charlie
Yeah.
Hotel Whiskey
It's not
Yankee.
giving an inch.
Once the market started to sell off, it just started consolidating.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody, people are accumulating that for sure. Something to keep on the watch list tomorrow. If any kind of weakness would probably be a buy op based on the price action we're getting right now. Look at that. Zoom just went right back up to 207.
Wow.
Had a little hissy fit. And then
That's a,
right back
that's
up.
a little forecast of what's going to happen after their earnings come out.
Yeah.
$10, $20 candles.
Come on. Oh, jeez.
Peter, are you in a Microsoft trade?
I hate to admit it, I am. I just got a terrible fill. Got a terrible fill. Here we go. Jeez. Ugh, that first fill was just brutal.
That, that's the interesting thing about earnings. Like companies
Lancet
can beat
editors
their
say they are
earnings and
issuing
they'll
expression
still
of concern
don't, or
about
they'll miss their
paper
earnings and they'll rise.
hydroxychloroquine or
It's a lot
chloroquine
about
or that.
analysts and what they've calculated in and what they expect to hear.
Yeah, exactly. The expectations can play a big role.
Yeah.
You know, they come out with a crappy earnings report and still go higher.
Or who was it recently? Was it Walmart or was it Target that had really good earnings report and then it just sold off all day?
Yeah,
I think that was,
I think that was Walmart, wasn't it?
yeah. They just,
Well, yeah, and I guess the only thing you can say was, you know, if you looked at the daily, it had run up quite a bit, and you know, a lot of I guess the good news was priced in the stock already, and so people just started to, you know, taking profits as soon as the numbers came out.
The break-even script, Cliff. Sure, you bet. Here you go.
So what do we got going on after tonight? Anything coming up?
Well, in terms of earnings,
other than
yeah, other than the big
Zoom,
No.
I think is the big one.
Do we have anything going on
Oh,
for the
yes,
members?
this afternoon we have Dr. Katz at 8 p.m. Eastern in the Lifetime or in the webinar room where he's going to be talking about dealing with anxiety and coping with it. So I've seen his PowerPoint presentation. It's really good. I think if that's something you deal with, it'll be good information to learn about it and also how to deal with it. And then for psychology next week, on June 9th, we have Sanjay from the Art of Living Foundation. He's going to come in and conduct a 40-minute meditation session. So if you attended Nada's, she did a quick 5-minute mindfulness meditation. This person has been practicing meditation for over about 40 years. So he definitely has been in there. He's part of this nonprofit organization trying to help out. So it'll be good if you're interested in it, want to give it a try, see what it's like. That'll be at 8 p.m. in the webinar room as well for you.
Cool. Wow. Oh, look at the SPY. Wow. Just kicking it.
Oh, look at that! Yikes!
Yeah, look at that.
SPY, big pop out, big pop. Ooh, what SQ do? Come on, SQ, where you at?
Should have just bit the bullet and gone long on Microsoft. It like it likes to do. It's going north. Brian,
Anybody hear any news on Squawk? Because I know we turned it off.
yeah, I turned it off here just a few minutes ago. Ella, I was. I only got that little tiny. I mean, I would have been much better off to go long on Microsoft. That was the real play. I tried to short it looking for a drop because it was looking like it just couldn't push higher, and then it broke through with the SPY, and obviously was not a good short trade at all. So, NCLH stopped me out, and now it's going back up here as well.
PPI, PEB.
Wow. See, RWD popped back up to the VWAP. What's Zoom doing right now? Oh, Zoom is popped up too, so people are excited for the numbers. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Al, I'm giving up on these closed trades. I keep forcing them now, and it's not working out. it's just a way to throw away some money at the end of the day, which is really not something I like doing.
That's what I was doing last week. It seemed like I just kept forcing trades and forcing trades. Why am I in a position?
That's a good question, Mike. If you're not aware of it, maybe a problem.
It is a good question.
Yes.
You get used to it. I'm all too used to it. I don't want to be used to it. I want to get unused to it.
Okay, let's exit out of that.
Was it a winning trade?
It was not a loser. Let's put it that way. I wouldn't call it a winning trade. Winning trades you mean to put on.
Well, you
I
made an
think it
accident
was a
of the
leftover stop that I had on SQ.
Wow.
Or I think I probably, if you put in a limit order and you put the wrong shares and it hits and you think you're all out, but then you just flip your position at that level.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think went
That's
on.
what you think happened? No.
Yeah.
Microsoft is putting in a little ABCD pattern here coming into the close.
Yeah, this morning was pretty rough if you were a CMAID user. First time in about 2 years I've seen this happen. They fixed it quick, but right at the open, if you tried to trade, you couldn't see where your orders were.
Oh, that's never good.
No. So if you entered a position, you couldn't see it, and then you kept pushing your buttons. In order to fix it, you had to restart your computer, and when you restarted, you saw all your positions.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. Luckily,
We just the SPY is just ripping higher.
Yeah.
So something.
yeah.
There had to be something. Had to be something, you would think.
Some news somewhere happened.
Yeah.
Something happened.
Something happened somewhere. I don't see it myself. I don't know what's driving. Anybody out there know? Anybody have any news that we're not seeing?
The secret email.
Yeah.
End of day positions.
Yeah, I'm gonna give up on this whole Microsoft thing in the close. It was an accident that happened, and I shouldn't be forcing it. It's upsetting me now because it's just dumb.
Don't be upset, Peter.
Well, it's just a ridiculous waste of resources.
BCRX is looking nice. Okay, what have we got here? Let's see what else.
I have not even been watching the MU all day.
What, Mike?
Yeah.
That sounds like blasphemy almost.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
How is that even possible?
Kind of bottomed out right about 11:30, 11:10.
Yeah,
Slow grind all the way up.
yeah, that's right. When AMD did the same, so.
Interesting.
Apple, Microsoft making new highs.
Yeah, putting a new high of the day here. Look at that. Up to pre-market levels.
All right.
Looking forward to Carlos's seminar tomorrow. It should be a good one.
He's done it before. I know he's got some updates, so it'll be, but it's very useful actually. People have said how useful it is. So yes, it's very good one to pay attention to.
I remember when he first did that one. That was when we were doing them during the middle of the market, I think. Because I went into my office, I shut the door, and I put that out of office so I could sit down and watch it.
You could watch. Yeah, some good lessons.
So, really good lessons. Very beneficial.
Wow, look at Microsoft just go. Should have just taken a long and held on to it right into the close. I would have been very happy.
Well, it's just, the market is just ripping higher. Go figure. The buying brigade, they're storming the gates right into the close.
Yeah.
Going in.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. It's just crazy.
Okay.
Someone's got some sell orders parked at 185. Looks like they might actually get filled. Let's see. On Microsoft.
Wow. AMD pushing too.
Yeah, AMD was at least sort of heading that way. It had started its move a little bit earlier. So not as surprised there.
I looked at AMD earlier. It was down like a buck and a 20 or something like that. It's made up.
It's overall, this is nuts.
Somebody, interesting that SQ just kind of stayed within that range. Got a little bit more volatile, but still just chopped around. Ooh.
Yeah, it is very strange. The market's just pushing.
Here's the 185. Well, we got a couple of prints at 185. It bounced right off of it though. There we go. There's a closing bell.
Was that the dinger?
Nice.
What's the dinger? Yeah, pilot fish.
So
that's about it, eh?
And we got
Pilot fish post me. This is fine. I read an article. This surprised me because I didn't know he was a writer, but I read an article about the unrest that's happening in the U.S. From Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Well-written article. It was in the L.A. Times, and it's quite well done. Do you know that he's the author of 16 books? I didn't know that.
Yes. I know he was an author. I didn't know 16, but I knew he has written a lot.
A lot are co-authored, a lot are about basketball, as you would expect. He did do a couple. Looks like he wrote a couple of Sherlock Holmes novels. That was unexpected, but
I'm guessing he didn't write them.
Well, he seems to have co-authored them with a few people, but it's tough to. So that article.
Well, some of these
article was well written.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Some of these people, they just get someone to write the book for them. It's with his works.
Yeah, sure. You're gonna get.
Yeah, tell the story. And
I think if you've done it 16 times, though, he must be putting some writing content into it. Or so you would assume. All right. So, guys, we're just keeping an eye here. There's a couple of things I want to see here tonight. Looking at Zoom and Crowd are the two that I'm most interested in. Zoom doesn't report until 4:20, although that timing has always been variable. We'll see what happens. Whereas CrowdStrike is supposed to report at 4:05. So, Papo, you have a good day.
Beppo, yes. Enjoy your afternoon.
Guys, yeah.
Look at this. We have Ryan Reynolds who's joined us in the on YouTube. So, hey Ryan.
All right.
Didn't know he was
Nice.
a trader.
Hello, Ryan.
Everybody's becoming a trader.
Yeah, well,
Absolutely.
yeah, why not? And why not?
Why not? Exactly. Exactamundo. Well, let's see. Zoom is kind of trailing off here a little bit in the aftermarket.
Yeah,
All right.
Crowd going up a little bit and Zoom going down. But again, this is just pre-earnings positioning. I haven't seen the numbers yet, so we'll keep an eye and see when the numbers actually pop out here.
Yeah. Yeah, SPY just took off into the close. That must have been some,
Yeah.
what do they call that?
Insanity.
Some insanity.
Insanity.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
yeah. All right. Well, gentlemen, ladies, I am going to drop off. I got to make a couple calls here, and
Yeah, you better call those people back who've been trying to get hold of you.
yeah, exactly.
All right.
All right. So, guys,
Take care, Brian. See you on Friday.
have a good one. Yeah, Friday. Are you going to be?
Yeah,
Wednesday?
I'm traveling the next 2 days, so I
Okie
won't be
dokie.
traveling up to Oregon.
All right.
Wow.
Well, safe travels, and we'll catch everyone in the morning. Later, guys. See you,
Thanks,
Jared.
Brian.
Later.
All right, guys. We interested to see what Zoom does, though. Ciao for now.
Later, sir. Night, Brendan. We got a few people leaving. We're going to stick around here and see what these earnings do.
Yeah. Start my journal and wait on Zoom. I want to watch this Zoom.
Oh, well, Zoom just took a couple of bucks up here. All right. Do we have news out on it yet? Not yet. Health
So
equities.
then my journal, typically I'll spend about, if I trade a lot, about an hour max on it, but about 20 minutes, I'll get all the data put into it. And then I'll go on a run, or I'll go do some other stuff around the house. And then after I've calmed down and got away, I come back and I spend about 30 minutes reviewing it and annotating any additional stuff that I see out of when my head's clear and not still focused in on trading. You'd be surprised when you come back to it how much you actually see where you're like, man, I didn't even see that 30 minutes ago. So
I think that's very true. I tend to journal at the end of every day, and I do the same thing. I actually pull all the data. I've learned that I go take a break, and then I come back and I sit down and look at it, because then you sort of see things a little bit with fresh eyes, and it's
Yeah.
very, very beneficial, very worthwhile exercise. All in all told, like you say, it depends on how many trades, and especially how many different symbols, but usually takes me anywhere from 5 to 50 minutes. So, but it's worth it. It's part
Yeah.
of the day. I'm journaling
you get
as we
some
speak.
really good information out of it. And I'm spending a little bit longer right now because I'm trying to add in another strategy. I want to try to implement Hiltzy's break of the high of the day kind of within. I like because I like breakouts. I like a predefined, very clear level that you can trade off of. So crowd's going up.
Good night, Zen.
Good night, Zen. Somebody else had a question for me I missed. Not quite stocking up on a bunker. I wouldn't consider it that. I'm just going up to handle some family stuff. Mom's not feeling well, so going up, taking care of the house, getting everything in place, and then coming back home. I'll probably be gone for about 3 weeks. So it's just my wife doesn't want to fly, so I got to do the 18-hour
She's willing
drive
to
up
do an
there.
18-hour drive rather than sit in a plane.
Yeah.
Eh? Wow, that's
Rather than sit in a plane. So.
Well, I bet you my wife, if we had to go somewhere, would probably be feeling the same way. But
So I accept it. It's a nice drive though, because we'll take Highway 101 all the way up the California and Oregon coast. So it's a beautiful drive.
all right, Zoom. Zoom's numbers are out. Let's see here. I've got 2 different reports. We'll see how accurate they are. Their sales have beat, looks like, quite significantly. Oh, and their guidance, they've raised their guidance, interesting, for next quarter quite a bit. Anyway, so the sales were expected to be 202 million. They were 328, so almost double. Well, at least 100 million higher, so 50% higher. And their earnings actually were up. So their earnings were expected to be 9 cents a share, and they earned 20 cents a share. So despite all the free access that they provide, they still saw much better paid accounts, which is sort of what I would have expected. CrowdStrike also out. Their sales beat 178 million versus 165, and it looks like they still lost money, but they lost less than expected. So they're expected to lose 6 cents a share. They only lost 2. So let's see, post-market. Now that the numbers are out, though, I'm not seeing a lot, really, of little volume on Zoom, not much volume on CrowdStrike. Surprised on that. I thought they would be moving a little bit more. And neither one is jumping. One of the things we had talked about in the room that we have to be aware of, we did sort of say one of the challenges that all of these companies have, like Zoom and CrowdStrike and Zscaler and a bunch of them, is that they're almost priced to perfection, right? You have to be aware of that. So, because in theory, the market price is supposed to reflect forward-looking earnings. So for Zoom to have gone up so much in price, people are sort of already assuming these numbers or better, which means that with the price here, it's not likely to jump higher. But I thought I'd see just more action on it, like post-market. I thought I'd see it bouncing around, but that doesn't seem to be happening. Well, yeah, it spiked a little bit, but quickly came back down, right? Well, most things are definitely buy the rumor, sell the news, right? And I'll always come back to the pot stocks on this one. To me, that's a great example because if you look at especially the Canadian-based pot stocks where they were operating well in advance of legalization here in Canada, they were soaring, right? The pot stocks were just climbing, doing really well, right? If you look at the timeline, right after legalization in Canada, it started to drop and it never looked back. So it hasn't regained those highs whatsoever. So there was a lot of hype until people realized, I guess, the reality of running a pot business. It's capital intensive. There's a lot that can go wrong. They can't exactly stockpile this stuff forever. It is a, I don't know what to call it. It's an agriculture business, right? So it doesn't stay fresh forever. So there's all that stuff that they had to be aware of, and I think that that reality is starting to set into the all of these pot producers, and especially being that it's not a legal product still in many places. So
A lot of regulation with it too.
yeah, even where it is legal, you're right. They have to jump through hoops. Now that I would say is sort of known and built in, but it's not like it instantly deregulated everywhere. So if you look at CGC, I'm looking at it a daily here, and if you look at where it was 2018, 2019, and then it sort of fell off the cliff, right, from 45, $50, where CGC is now at what, $16 today, for example. So anyways, there's definitely going to be a market for it, but this is where things get overhyped. So Zoom, you could argue, is the same example. If you look at Zoom, look where it's gone during the whole pandemic. It actually went up. It never saw that big drop we saw in most other stocks, right? It just started to go up in February, in fact, and sort of has continued upwards ever since. So their valuation from $75 to $212 right now. That's almost 3 times. So that's quite a bit of. And what is their market cap right now? I know that I was reading an article that said their market cap went up significantly. Their market cap right now. Where is it on this thing? Here it is. $52 billion. It's amazing. $52 billion is Zoom's market cap. CrowdStrike has a market cap of $18 billion. I mean, that's a lot of trapped capital, right, for a company that has no earnings. Very little.
Yeah. So, Lewis, I use 3 things. I use ChartLog, I use Excel, and I use OneNote. It may seem like a lot, but it's not, because each one provides me just kind of a little bit of different information that I want. So I use the chart view because it's good. It automatically enters all my entries, exit, gives me charts, and it does all the statistical information that I need. I use Excel to log, not necessarily performance, but I'd log, hey, where did this stock go that I was watching? Did it do what I wanted it to do? Did it make 1R levels, 2R, 3R, 4R, 5R? Because I use that information. Once you gather enough of that, you can use that along with your winning percentage to kind of figure out where for myself, where the best place is to take partials and how much of a percentage at those partials to kind of maximize the trade out of it based on the style that I trade. So I use it for that. I also log a lot of psychology stuff in there that gives me kind of pie charts that will give me a very quick snapshot that will pop out at me and be like, hey, you're really messing this up as far as forcing entries or not following a rule. That's what I use Excel for. And then OneNote I use because it's just easy to type in and I can screenshot everything that I need into those areas. So.
And I use a very similar process, just so you're aware, and we've talked about this before, but I use all 3, spreadsheet, PowerPoint chart, and TraderView. And for reference, even since the close, I've completed all 3. So I didn't have a lot of trades today, so I managed to do my journal on all 3 of them, and I'm pretty much done. So I'll just come back and review the PowerPoint later. But it doesn't have to be too onerous. Got it down to a science.
The thing that I like about ChartLog is the developers of those contact me because they come from Bear Bull Traders, and they saw my journal when I posted it in the forum. So they took a lot of the ideas of being able to combine the statistical aspect, which TraderView does very well. I mean, it's got probably more charts, and you're able to get more statistical data from TraderView. But what I like about ChartLog is they also are developing ways so that you can take your journal and log stuff other than trade related stuff. What'd you eat for the day? How'd you feel for the day? All that aspect. And they're really trying to develop that as well. So eventually over the next year or so, you'll see vast improvements in that area as well. So.
Right.
So, Anto, if you go to the downloads section in the website, where is it? Under the trading plan template, my journal templates are in there. So I'll give you the link right now. And Peter's PowerPoint journal templates in there as well.
So let's just take a peek here. So here in downloads, we just have to go in here.
So, and with OneNote, if you're not familiar with OneNote, you have to download the file, open up OneNote, and then import that file in order for you to take a look at it. So.
Where is it in here, Mike?
If you just click on trading templates, trading plan template, if you click on that, it'll pull up. That's everything that was in that class that we had. So it's got OneNote journal template, PowerPoint template, trading plan, Excel.
There you go. Oh, I see. There it is all. Okay, good.
So access to everybody.
Excellent. All right, guys. Well, that was not as exciting as I was expecting here on CrowdStrike and Zoom. Both are looking a little weak. We'll see what happens tomorrow morning and see what ends up moving. We do have a couple more earnings coming forward. So tomorrow morning, what do I got? Canada Goose. Not usually a big mover, but again, it's one of those you play only on earnings. American AEO, American Eagle Outfitters. I don't know what to expect of that. That might be brutal. Campbell's Soup, they might actually be okay, so which means they might be worth watching. Anyways, we'll see which one of these hit our scanners in the morning. As Carlos and hopefully Norm has moved to a temporary house and he's had no end of troubles on internet. So if he's not there, we will be there to support Carlos. Don't you worry about that. We do that pre-market show at 8:30. We open the room at 7:30 as long as I'm not late in the morning. Otherwise, it's shortly thereafter. And we'll see you guys then. So take care. Have a great day. And Mike, drive safe.
Have a great. Yep, and I'll see everybody back here on Friday. I'll be up and running again. So.
Sounds good. We'll look forward to it. All right. Take care.
And then if you're coming to the webinar this evening, I'll see you there this evening too. So.
That's right.